Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Spectrum Drama, where we take a look at the hottest posts on Spectrum for the week and give our opinions on them. Okay, so before we get started, we just want to clear something up with regards to how we select the posts that we choose for the week. Now, what we normally do is we'll go onto Spectrum, onto General more often than not, and we will select the newest posts, and then we will basically find the ones with the most upvotes, possibly even the most replies. If something's got 500 replies, you know, we're going to have a look because it's obviously blowing up. So that's pretty much it. I mean, we don't really even read the titles first. We just look at what's hot, and then we pick it, and then we'll have a read. If it's terrible or if it's just trolly, then we'll leave it alone. But that's pretty much it. There's not much more thought than that. So you know, just thought we'd let you guys know so that you haven't got any misconceptions. We're not picking stuff just because we like the sound of it. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get started. So first up, we've got a post from someone, and it says, could we get an update on server-side OCS and server meshing? So the gist of this is that they were really pushing server-side OCS and server meshing months ago, and then since then, nothing. It's just been dead. They've not brought it up. There's been no real kind of talk of it. And I think what someone's after is maybe a Star Citizen Live or something that's just gonna maybe go over where they are now, what we can expect, that kind of stuff. I'd love that. That would definitely put to bed some of the sort of crazy ideas I've got in my head of what it's going to do. But yeah, I think I've got this massive idea that it's just going to suddenly fix the game.
I'm not sure about that, but yeah, they really touted it at CitizenCon as well. They were saying how dependent they were, but I think the last update we got was they were testing. It came out of R&D, and they were testing it, and it looked promising, and that was about 2 months ago, and then we've heard nothing about it since.
Yeah, it's too long to wait, to be honest, and given all the problems that we've got at the minute, you know, it's one of those things where maybe giving an update on this will kind of, it almost like look at the shiny, you know, it will maybe distract people from some of the bugs at the moment. You never know.
Yeah. Hopefully once the 890 jump is out, they can stop making videos about that and give us some actual info.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, it's far too much talk of 890 jumps. I'll be really pleased when that thing comes out and I never have to hear about it again. I'm happy to see it. I'm very excited to see it in the verse. But yeah, so bored of the videos. So yeah, if they could do something on server-side OCS, bit of server meshing, yeah, I think that would definitely kind of just give everyone a little bit of peace of mind that it's, you know, it's still on its way, and you know, we can all rest easy.
It would be really nice to see like a comparison, inside Star Citizen video where they show, you know, one side of the screen with OCS and the other side without it, sort of thing. You can kind of see kind of progress going on. But yeah, that would be nice.
Cool, so next up we've got a post from Virgil, and it says, broken PvP due to broken values. This feels ruined, but it's an easy fix. So who do we talk to? The gist,
Chris Roberts.
Yeah, Chris Roberts, yeah. If you just want to, if you just write on a postcard, Chris Roberts, the mansion, Malibu. I have no idea where he is, but it'll get there. Yeah, I think the gist of this really is that Virgil is unhappy with PvP. He has 1,000 problems, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying they're not problems. There are quite a few issues with unbalanced gameplay, and I think that's his problem, is that he feels that it's a bit unbalanced. We touched on this a little bit last week with the shields being a little bit ridiculous at the minute and taking a little too long to kill. But I mean, is this list a little too extensive, or do you think that pretty much covers it?
I think that pretty much covers it. Yeah, there's a lot in there which we haven't tested for a while, like EMP ships, for example. I mean, we knew they were fairly useless anyway at the moment, so that's not a surprise. Why is everyone using attrition? Because attrition guns are very good. That's it, really. Yeah, a lot of his problems with stats. Star Citizen rebalances pretty much everything, every major update patch. So demanding some sort of balance pass now, when we've got 3.7 around the corner, it's not going to happen. Just kind of get on with it for another month and see what happens at 3.7.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that's pretty much it. That's the point, is that, you know, these sorts of fixes, you're not just going to suddenly get a fix that fixes everything and we're done, move on. You know, they keep tweaking stuff every patch, like you said, and sometimes it's not even, they don't even tell us, it's stuff that they, you know, have tweaked minorly, but maybe it has a major impact and then they're unaware of it. You know, like the shields, you know, I don't think they realised quite how difficult they were going to make killing people, basically. You know, it's tricky. It's tricky with these sorts of things because there's so many things as well. I mean, that list is exhaustive. I don't know if that's a word, but
it is now.
It is. I've made it. But you know, there's so many things that you'd have to consider when balancing the PvP aspect of this game. It's going to take a long time. I reckon we'll still be in like 4.5. And Virgil's still going to be there going, I don't like this. But you know, it's not to say that Virgil's wrong, because he is right. There is a lot of problems with the balance in PvP, but you know, we just have to kind of make do for now, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up we've got a post from StarSickle, and it says, improving PTU, destroy the issue council. The gist of this really is that StarSickle thinks that the issue council may be more of a hindrance, you know, than a benefit, due to things like duplicates. There's a hell of a lot of duplicates that you'll find on the issue council for multiple bugs. I once searched for one, thinking, oh, is this an issue? And I found, like, you know, even Google had about 15 of the search results for the issue council with the same bloody issue over and over again. So that's a definite problem. Acknowledgement and resolution, I mean, that's a tricky one because they might be really difficult bugs to fix. But yes, I mean, I think we've all had that experience where we've chucked on something on the issue council and then tumbleweeds, you know.
Yep.
So what can you do? Lack of janitors and curation. I like that. It's a good way of putting it, just that there's a lot of crap on there.
Yeah. I mean, he's kind of right. It could do with some. Problem is, I don't know how they would kind of monitor it. Well, they could monitor it. Just get someone like a forum monitor to actually a moderator. Sorry, to actually kind of look through and try and eliminate some of these duplicates, because it's very confusing if you're trying to put up your bug and you get a search result back, so you contribute to that bug, but then someone else might jump in, notice it is a duplicate, sort of downvote the bug report and say it's a duplicate, but sometimes they don't always link the more pertinent one. It's it's a bit of a mess in there, it really is, and they could do with trying to tidy it up a little bit. It would probably help them out as well.
Yeah, I don't know how they keep up with it if, you know, we find it a mess from the outside. On the inside, it must just be a nightmare.
Yeah.
So at the end, StarCircle says, so please, CIG, nuke it. It's not helping as much as it could. Replace it with a link to a Mantis BT account. It'd be ugly as hell, but far more useful. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't know what a Mantis BT account is, and I probably should have googled that first. But I'm sure it's very good. But either way, you know, they need something to be able to, you know, see these bugs we've got. But definitely agree, StarCircle, that what they've got at the minute is a messy nightmare. Yeah,
I don't really think using a third-party kind of app to collect this data is the way to go, and I really don't think they'd do that. They want to keep it in-house. So yeah, using something like the Mantis is just not really going to be usable.
Yeah. Cool. So last up, we've got a post from Saria Mal, and that is our second post. So well done. A request for this year's Gamescom and CitizenCon. And it says, please do not show demos that look far better than what we'll get in game. Just try to show how everything will actually look when it's in our hands. And although I know they're going to obviously want to try and glitz it up because that's the way you sell stuff, I'd make you right there. That bugged me a hell of a lot when we saw ArtCorp and we're like, wow. And then we saw ArtCorp in real life. And don't get me wrong, it's still wow, but not
as much wow. Yeah, she's got a point. We've said the same thing before as well. Yeah, they really need to not do that. I think that year, what was it, 2017? I think.
Yeah, I think so.
That year, it was kind of rife within the gaming community to put out trailers for games that weren't true. Let's just leave it there. So hopefully they've learnt their lesson, taken some of the feedback in, and don't do that again. That's really annoying. Since then, recently actually, the last few months, there must have been about 4, maybe 5 kind of comparison videos come out of what ArtCorp looks like versus what they showed in that 2017 CitizenCon. So yeah, hopefully they've kind of heard people's voices on that one.
Yeah, I think these are the kind of things that they have to listen to because CitizenCon's such a big thing. It must cost them a fortune, and to put on a show like that and then piss people off is unwise. Do you know what I mean? And it puts a bit of a negative spin on CitizenCon. I really do hope that they kind of show us. That's the thing as well, is that I think maybe they get a bit confused as to what we're actually looking for. Very few of us are saying, oh, please show me, I don't even care if it's fake, please show me, Microtech or something, What we actually want is for you to show us salvaging. Show us what you've got at the minute. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. We want to see some of the stuff we're going to be getting, that's going to benefit all gameplay and not just one place. Do you know what I mean? So, they don't need to pretty it up.
No, the game's already pretty. You don't need to fake it as well.
Oh yeah. Have you seen? There's this. It's a bit of a tangent, but I've seen lately people, rightly so, posting screenshots of the game, and like there was one which was a close up of a lady's face in a helmet that I genuinely thought was like taken from a film or something, and I was just scrolling through Reddit or whatever it was, and I was like, oh, that's pretty, and I had a look, and I was like, that's Star Citizen. And then scrolled down a bit and it was a screenshot, and I'm just, that game is unbelievably pretty. So they don't need to fake stuff. If we had have known what ArtCorp was going to look like and weren't kind of bamboozled with a prettier version just for the video, we would never have known the difference, because it looks amazing now. It just doesn't look as amazing, So yeah, it's unnecessary. So yeah, hopefully they'll behave. Okay, so there you have it. That's the post for this week. We hope you liked them. We hope you found them informative or amusing. If you did like them, then don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more Star Citizen videos. And don't forget to drop a comment in the comment section down below. We always like to talk to you guys. If you want to jump on our Discord, we'll be happy to have a chat with you there. We are getting more and more into the habit of bringing in our subscribers from our Discord to join us in game. So if you want to play with us on a Thursday night, then definitely join up to our Discord. We'll try and get a 50-man server one day. What do you think? Yeah, let's do it. There you go. So thanks everyone so much for watching, and we will see you again next week. Bye bye.
Bye bye.